Hi everyone, it's Amy D, and I'm really looking forward to giving you this message. I think it's so important that we recognize how we give and how we can overgive and what it looks like to share. And what is the differentiation between the two? Because words are so important and the definition of them are so important, because what you define as giving could be completely different than what I define as giving. And what you define as sharing could be different than what I define as sharing. So as I'm speaking, I want you to just kind of think about what is it that giving means and what is it that sharing means. And I want you to think about how you give your heart, whether it be in a relationship of some sort or even to yourself, and how you share your heart and the difference between the two. Giving can be of service and in concern of others and really wanting to do a greater good for the whole. And that's awesome. But what happens with those people who are of service is that they give, and then they become tired. And sometimes they're giving just because they want to be liked. And they're giving because they feel the need to get attention from that individual or from that group of people, because they feel that that might be the only way that they'll get the positive feedback or the acknowledgement. And what happens to those people is that they become victims of their own circumstance, and then they're in conflict because they don't have any time to take care of themselves, and their self-care has gone down, and then they don't know how to feed themselves. And now they're not of service to themselves. They're not giving back to themselves. So there's no circular energy. There's no receiving energy. So I want you to think about sharing. What does it look like to share yourself with somebody? And this is great to think about in a relationship, like a love relationship. You know, when you first start dating somebody or you're first with somebody, and if you're in a committed bond, then you can think about when you used to date, right? Or even somebody who you just started getting into business with. You can think about the excitement and the joy and how that feels when you're in that place of the newness and the beginning and the butterflies and the excitement and the, just wanting to share everything with that person, right? Share yourself with that person. Not give yourself to that person, but share yourself with that person. And then all of a sudden something flips and you start giving because somewhere, somehow, something has shifted in your mindset. And this is really, really important for us to recognize, because this is how we get into trouble with the world. Our relationship to the world, to our community, to people in our world, our families, our loved ones, whomever. And what happens when you're in that relationship and you switch from sharing to giving is you no longer are coexisting. And you're no longer being helpful. You're not giving to yourself. You're not in that receiving energy where you're filling your own well. See, when you coexist with somebody, you're walking side by side rather than looking behind you saying, oh, where are they? And then I'm going to give you something so that you can catch up. Well, mind your own business and let them be in their own process, okay? And allow them to give to themselves and allow you to take that time to catch up to give to yourself, because that's a part of the circular energy. It's a part of sharing yourself and saying, you know what? I'm going to give you a couple moments. I'm going to share myself with myself. I'm going to share my time with a book. I'm going to share myself with maybe somebody else who's going to refill my well right now while you're over doing your thing. Okay? And this is really important to understand how you bring your whole self to the relationship. When you're sharing, you are bringing your whole self to the relationship, not just a piece of you. And that's what happens when we're giving, is we're giving our best side rather than our whole self. So I want you to think about what your definition is of sharing and what your definition is of giving, and what it looks like as to be your whole self in sharing that with your community, with your family, with your loved ones, with your partner, versus just giving yourself, thrusting yourself upon somebody. Even though I'm not saying that I don't believe in service, I completely do. But there's a different vibration and a different energy of being in concern of somebody else who is in their own process, and you trying to impede their path rather than sharing your thoughts, your feelings, and your experiences with them, and allowing it to be a growing opportunity for the two of you. Because this is truly how you'll be the positive reflection you want to see in the world. I hope that this helps, and I just want to thank you all for watching this video, and thank you all for the work that you do every single day. I am so grateful for the community of people who are looking to be better individuals and to raise the frequency and the vibration of the planet. And if this video helped you, please like it, comment, share with your friends and your family. And I'm just so grateful for it, and I'm so grateful for the messages that I can share with you, and I'm so grateful for you all just paying attention and doing the work. And that is truly how you will be the positive reflection you want to see in the world. Until next time.